Hello everyone, I'm Farmer Sim, and welcome to episode 9 of the Let's Play series here down on Zielonka. So first and foremost, a relatively humble apology from myself, just to say I'm sorry that there hasn't been an episode on Zielonka for a good few weeks now. I do apologise for that. It's just been a case of there's just been lots going on. I've been concentrating on my Tahitian series and obviously court farms as well, and a few other bits and bobs as well, and I just haven't got round to getting down here, but I have been looking forward to getting on here. But at the same time, I have also struggled with it because it is such a slow-paced series, or has been quite a slow-paced series up to now. I've been finding it difficult from a content creation side of things to figure out where to go for the next episode. Obviously we're at a position now where all of our fields are drilled and we're just waiting for them to grow. I don't necessarily want to just fast forward time because I need to think about the health of my cows and having the food to feed them. I can't just, you know, fly forward several months to harvest time because all my cows will die because they won't get fed. So there's all these things to think about, and bearing all that stuff in mind, it's difficult to cobble together an episode in between all of that. So and plus, for example, I jumped onto the game today and jumped into this map, and there was only one contract available, not a particularly valuable one, just a fertilising contract, and it would have cost me money to start that contract off because I'd need to buy the fertiliser. So I was just in a bit of a quandary, and I was thinking, what am I going to do? How am I going to, you know, ramp things up a bit? Because I do want to ramp things up a bit on this series. I'd like to, you know, get things moving a little bit faster than what they have been. A, for the sake of having stuff to do, and B, for the sake of making a decent video, hopefully. Anyway, that's for you guys to decide, I guess. But yeah, so what I've decided to do is just to go all out and get myself as big a loan as I can. Now, I've started this recording several times already today because I hadn't appreciated that there's a limit to what you can get from the loan side of things. I thought, naively, because I haven't really got that many loans in the past in Farm Sim, I didn't realise that in the base game loan system I could only get a loan of up to 500,000, and with the enhanced loan system mod that I do have installed on here, the maximum I can get right now is 590,000. Now we do still have a loan of, in total it was 50 grand, and we've got about 44 grand to pay off on that, so I do have that to consider as well. But that's that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a loan for the full 590,000 that I'm applicable for. I'm going to spend that on, we're going to get a handful of new bits of equipment. I'm going to get rid of this shed for a start because it's completely pointless. I can't do anything with it. It's far too small. I can just about reverse my tractor up to the doors and drop this fertilizer spreader in it, for example, but that's just about it. You can't do anything with it, so it's a bit pointless. So I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to place down another shed that is hopefully going to be a little bit more usable. We're going to replace this trailer with one that is with a slightly larger capacity, just to make the moving around of grain and stuff a little bit more easier in the future, a bit more manageable. I'm going to get rid of this plough because I do have a purchase of a few fields in mind, and I'd like to do a bit of field creation, and from my side of things, field creation is much easier with a square shaped plough. So I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to buy myself another relatively simple and rudimentary square shaped plough. So that's that. Aside from that, kit wise, we're going to be keeping what we've got. Oh, the seeder. I'm going to sell this seeder and replace it with a slightly bigger one as well. But most importantly, what I am going to make a purchase of is a little bit more farmland to increase the portfolio of land that the farm owns. So we're going to go for this one here, this little plot of land, because it has been a bit, from my opinion anyway, I think it's a bit daft that we don't own this land because it's literally on our doorstep. So we're going to make a purchase of this land, and what this plot of land does come with is this stretch of land here, covered by the trees. We already own this side of it because it comes part and parcel with this field here. We're going to purchase this strip field here. We're going to purchase this strip field here, which also comes with this large plot of land here that's completely empty. Now, those of you who are familiar with my videos in the past know that I do like a bit of field creation, and I do like making use of land that we own. So what I plan on doing obviously mentioning the plough before, I'm going to, when we've got this crop out the ground anyway, after we've made the purchase of the field, we're going to extend this field into here as well. So it's going to kind of come round. I might get rid of a few of these trees, but I might keep them as well. I don't know, because it's going to be quite big enough anyway. But I am going to alter the shape. I'm going to get rid of this little odd, you know, angled end here, for example. I'll square that off, as I will do with this section here. I plan on doing that once we've got this crop out the field. I'm going to get rid of this weird little triangle shaped end of that field. So yeah, that's what I've got in mind. So we're gonna make a purchase. Oh, and this one here, sorry, this field of grass. Now we do this field was drilled with grass in the last episode, but obviously we need lots of it, so I'm going to make this purchase here. So essentially we'll just own this entire area here. Obviously we've got the fields that we've got, and I do have that large custom field that I created several episodes ago that's got canola in at the minute. So yeah, we'll have a good portfolio of land for the farm, obviously increasing my scope for content and jobs to do and stuff, so that's all good. And on top of that as well, I'm also going to place down and purchase a BGA, a small one, a relatively inexpensive one. It's the same one that I've placed down recently on my Court Farm series. It's the mini BGA by Disturbed Simulations. It's a brilliant bit of kit. It's about 55 grand. And with that in mind, I'm going to be making use of the manure and the slurry that our cows are producing and earning from it. And also I'm going to purchase a handful more cows at the minute, based on my loose calculations. I think at the minute I can afford to purchase another 20 cows. We currently have 10, so that'll take our cow total to 30. So that's what I've got in mind. Now, equipment wise, we're going to get ourselves a mower, a front and rear mounted mower setup. We're going to get ourselves a windrower. We're going to get ourselves a tedder, obviously, so we can turn a bit of grass into hay. As I said, we're going to purchase a new seeder. I'm going to get the trailer. Still not entirely decided on what trailer I'm going to get. I'm going to try my very best to keep it in, you know, in suitable for the map, if that makes any sense. I'm not just going to go and buy any old trailer. I've got one or two in mind, but we'll see. And as I say, I'm going to replace that shed with a more functional one. So that's the plan. And I think I'm going to do that immediately, as I say. So I shall pick you all back up very shortly when I have got the loan out, and we'll probably be down at the shop with a load of equipment, and we'll sell what we've got, the bits I'm going to sell, and I may well have purchased the things that I'm going to purchase. So I'll see you all very shortly. Rightio, welcome to our new pieces of equipment. And both the tractors have had a nice wash as well while they're down here. So, first and foremost, we have this Lizard PK 4.8B Cusbass seed drill. It's 4.8 metres wide. It is a direct seeder. It holds seed and fertiliser. And it looks pretty capable. I'm quite happy with that. Just, I think it was about 50 odd grand for that. 55 grand, something like that. So, there's the first bit of kit. We have the Kuhn mower setup. Obviously, front and rear mounted things. I'm sure we're no strangers to those things. I did want to afford, if I could have done, the Samaz variant of this from the premium expansion, but with the limit to the loan that I was able to get, I had to downgrade to these ones, I'm afraid, so that'll do. Hence why we've got the windrower as well. We've got this McHale windrower, and we have the Samaz tedder. We've got this Case square plough, and we have this Marshall trailer. Now, this is a very recent thing. This is a mod by John Deere 2450. It recently came out sometime last week, I think it was, and I've been really keen to get my hands on it. So I appreciate that it's not necessarily exactly, I suppose, suited to the area. I'm sure you can buy these things worldwide, but I suppose my intention was to try and keep the brand of everything to as local as I can to Zielonka, but yeah, for the price and what the capacity is on this one, it's got a few thousand more literage capacity than the old sap mat trailer that we had, so that'll do. So there we go. That's what we spent the money on. Now, I have also, on top of purchasing all this, as you can see now from the finances at the top there, we've got £88,431 in the bank. Now, I did get the loan of £592,000, I think it was able to give me. I have made the purchase of the new shed, and I've replaced that over there. We've bought the 20 cows. I have placed down a BGA over behind the cow barn, and I have bought the land that I wanted to buy. So that's everything that I wanted to do done now, I think. So, next step is to get all this home. So, multiple trips back and two. This will take a few moments, so I shall see you back at the farm. And I think, first and foremost, the job we will crack on with is sorting a bit of grass work out. We need to get that little grass field that we've just purchased mown, get it rowed up, and we'll get it picked up and put into our production systems. So, see you shortly. Honestly, best laid plans and all that. So, this is the new shed that I've placed down in place of that completely unusable one, and I've managed to get a whole chunk of our equipment in here. Obviously, there's our new tedder, the field roller, the forage pickup wagon, the baler, the bale loader, and the fertiliser spreader. So, it's all pretty cool. Now, it does have doors on either side, and the other one's obviously back onto the field, and I do have crop destruction turned on, so we probably won't be using those doors very much at all. But either way, I hope you'll agree. It's quite well suited. But yeah, best laid plans. This doesn't fit in any of the sheds. Honestly, I couldn't believe it. It's too wide for any of them. I hadn't appreciated that looking at the thing in the store before I purchased it. I just naively thought, if anything, I thought it'll go in these ones because the doors are really big, but it literally doesn't even fit through these doors. It's a couple of inches too wide, so it literally doesn't let me put it in anywhere, so it's going to have to live outside, what can I say. So, I suppose this shed will just become the shed for the tractors. The trailer, the new Marshall trailer does sit snugly just in here. So yeah, all good, I think. The header and header trailer obviously live outside, and the flatbed trailer, that can stay out here as well. But our new shiny cedar planter thing, that's going to have to live outside as well. Right, anyway, so I've got the mower hooked up to the Fiat here. That's going to be one of the first jobs we crack on with shortly, is to go and get the new grass field mowed. So if I pop into the map PDA, just to show you everything from a farmland perspective, there we go. So we now own all of this, which is excellent. So as you can see here, this field that I'm planning on stretching out a bit. As I say, I may chop a few trees down here and stretch this field into this area here and make it really quite big. I did toy with the idea of joining it up with this one as well, but I don't think I'm going to do that now. But what I do quite like the idea of doing is joining this field up to this field and this field. So essentially just make one field here that runs around the whole back edge of the farm. So quite like that idea. But obviously all that will come when the crops have been harvested. Now, sorry, popping back into the menu here, yeah, this one has a field of wheat in, and growth-wise, it's at the same stage as everything else there. So, but I suppose one thing we might be able to do is, although I've got crop destruction turned on, haven't I? So I think if I run anything through the fields, I'll destroy the crops. So we might just have to leave that. I was just thinking about topping up the nitrogen and the pH values of it, but I think I might destroy the crop, mightn't I? We shall see. But first and foremost, before we do anything, I'm going to take us over to the cow barn with our new trailer, because I need to get the manure and the slurry emptied out of the cow shed, popped into our new BGA. And I have also placed down, just because I have got a few pounds in the bank now, I've placed down a few trees just in a row there, just to decorate the place a little bit, to start on the decoration anyway, just to make it look a bit more there, I suppose. So yeah, we've got 20 more cows, so hopefully the milk production will increase, and the slurry and the manure as well. Now I have also activated the automatic milk sale mod, so that obviously each game day I'll see an increase in finances from the milk. It's just a bit easier and it saves having to muck around with tankers and stuff. But there we go. So let's get the first trailer load of manure filled up. As you can see there's the BGA. So we'll trundle around. I haven't properly wired it into the auto drive network yet. I have painted down a little lane. I plan on hooking up the auto drive network too. But here we go. This is us. So let's hit that right here. There we go. It's a very cool little mod, this, I must admit, and because it's relatively cheap and it doesn't take up a huge amount of room, I kind of figured it'd suit this this game. So if we pop into the production systems PDA now, let's have a quick look at what we're looking at here. So there we go. So manure 14,500 litres. Okay. Now as you can see, we've already got some silage in here, and this confused me for a few seconds, but it's because I have the grass silage fermenting station over here set to distribute. So it is now splitting the grass, even though there's very little grass in there now. It's splitting the grass between the silage, sorry, between the food mixer here and the biogas plant. So that's pretty cool. Now at the minute we don't have any need for silage. We've got 320,000 and a bit litres in here. We do need to get a bit more hay in here, and as you can see, straw wise I don't have any. Now I'm not going to have the opportunity to get my hands on any straw until I start harvesting my crops, which is a good few months away. So what I think I'm going to do, to keep things as honest as possible, is I'm going to essentially check out in the in-game menu how much straw is being sold for, and I'm going to purchase. I'm just going to imaginary purchase some, basically. So I'll fill myself up a trailer load here using the easy dev, and based on the amounts, the quantity that the trailer will hold, I will remove that much money from my bank account, if that makes any sense. So that I'm paying for the straw, essentially, if that makes sense. Right, so I'm going to finish off here. I'm going to use the slurry tanker there on the right there. I'm going to empty the cow barn of whatever slurry we've got in there, get it into the BGA, and once that's done I will activate the BGA, and hopefully we'll have a few earnings, because this pays out every hour on the hour. So it's up to me now to keep it topped up as best as I can. So I'll get this lot finished off, and I'll see you all in a few moments time. Right, that's the tether hooked up to the IMT here, just to save me a bit of time shortly. So we can just leave this here for now. Go. Jobbed. Does look good, all nice and shiny there, doesn't it? So yeah, we're going to get into the Fiat, to our new field. We're going to get the grass mowed, turned into hay with the tether, and we'll get it picked up with the forage wagon and popped into the production system, because we do need to top up with our hay. So yeah, here we go. Our new field. Right. So I'm going to pop this whole mowing and tedding shebang into a bit of a cinematic. And I shall see you all ASAP. Right, there we go. There's the last of the hay going into the feed mixer there. So we've not done too bad out of that field. It wasn't obviously great because it was a completely unprepped field, but we've got what we've got now. Popping into the production systems menu there, we've now got just less than 100,000 litres of hay, so that's brilliant. The two things, sorry, that we do need a little bit more of now are some more mineral feed and, of course, a bit more straw. Now, I'm aware, obviously, I know that you can buy straw bales from the shop and go and pick them up as bales, but this feed mixer will not take from the bale. So I'm kind of left with no choice at the minute if I want to get some straw into here, which I really do need to do. Essentially what I'm going to do is, as I might have mentioned before, I'm going to use the EasyDev tools mod. I'm going to I can just fill the trailer with straw from that, and I'm going to charge myself what the commodity prices menu says places are buying straw for. So at the minute it's £44 for 1,000 litres, so I will charge myself that amount of money for however many trailers worth of straw I put in here. And I think I'm only going to do a couple of trailers for now, just to get a little bit more total mixed ration going, so that then hopefully that might give me the option to fast forward time a month or so, get a bit closer to harvest time, and still be able to keep the cows topped up with food as I go through that time jump, and go from there. So that's the plan anyway. Goodness knows how that'll turn out. So let's get ourselves back home to the farm. We'll swap trailers. I'll do this little odd job with the straw and the EasyDev thing, take some money out of the bank, hopefully get a bit more TMR mixing away. Right, so sorted the straw out. I have charged myself £12,760, dollars, credits, whatever you want to call it, for 2 trailer loads worth of straw. It basically worked out at 6,380 per trailer at 14,500 litres a trailer. So that's all that, but now as soon as I got it activated, it burnt through that few hundred litres of mineral feed that we had over there, so I need to get myself over to the shop and purchase a load of pallets of mineral feed, because without that, it's going nowhere. So we'll hook up the flatbed trailer, get over to the shop, keep sorting this total mixed ration out until we've got a few thousand litres to sit on. Right, all sorted there. Just picked up 10 pallets of mineral feed, 10,500 litres in total for £10,000. So let's get it back over to the feed mixer and get this thing working, shall we? Right. Oh, the weight took me past that then. The brakes are a bit shoddy on this thing, I must admit. But there we go. Loaded up, loaded up. There we go. Now I've got no idea how long this is going to last, of course. Probably not very long, knowing my luck, but hey ho. There we go. Sorted. So again, back into the production systems. So there we go. So that is ticking away, and it's cycles per month at 4,800, so it is quite quick. So what's that going down at there? 10,273. And then it will drop down to 10,243, so 30. Well, yeah. That's going to be gone relatively quickly, but we're going to get a good chunk of TMR out of that. So hopefully that's going to see us through at least the next few game days, stroke months anyway. Keeping the cows topped up and fed. Now, while I was doing that mowing, rowing, and picking up job of the hay, I did just test in the next door field whether the crops are at a particular length that they get destroyed if I drive over them, and they don't. So what that does mean is that I can perform a bit of last-minute field prep in the new fields that we purchased. These ones here, fields 66 and 65, just to increase that yield and try to see what we can get out of that yield-wise. I think that's going to be a very good idea. Now that we've paid for the field and invested a load of money, we may as well get as much as we can out of it again, haven't we? Makes perfect sense, but I think that'll either be done in the next episode or in between episodes, as I say, because I would like to get forward into closer to the harvest time. At the minute we're in March, and obviously harvest time for the crops we have in the ground is in July. So, with that in mind, we've got obviously 3 months ahead of us. So I might, in between this episode and the next, I may well jump forward some of those 3 months. We do have some barley in the ground, I think. Yes, Field 66 is barley, isn't it, I think? Yes, we do have some barley in the ground, so technically we can go forward till June. And then we can get this field harvested, get that out the ground and do something with it. But yes, so I think even though this may well be a few minutes shorter than my normal length of episode, I think I am going to call it here for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I do hope you found it even remotely fun and interesting. Apologies that I know that at the very beginning of the video I did babble on for a good few minutes before we got down to some actual field work, but as I said, I just wanted to go through things with you and just spend a couple of minutes explaining why I haven't really been down on here much, and obviously just, where I wanted to take it, and hence, going for the big loan that we've gone for and getting the new equipment and stuff. So I hope you've all agreed that it was a half-decent decision to make to, to get the series going, give it a bit of a kick up the backside, as it were. And I think we've done that quite well, to be honest. We've got a huge amount of more land now. We've got a load more fields to get working in. I do have a few more plans, obviously, to extend this field right out into that land there. Potentially do something with the trees here. I might get rid of them and turn it into some arable land, perhaps. I'm still a bit undecided. But yeah, we shall see. We shall see. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate your time watching the video. I do hope you've enjoyed it. As always, if you're new to my channel and you like my content, you like the way I'm doing things, please consider hitting that subscribe button and joining the channel, giving the video a like if you can. And as always, there is a host of links in the video description below with my Giants Partner promo code. If any of you are in the market for purchasing a DLC, an add-on, a season pass, or even the full game itself, and you like the idea of helping a content creator out at the same time as making that purchase, I would be massively appreciative. So take care, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Thankyou.